So in this video, we're going to talk about easy fundraising ideas. I'm Dan Kimball, product specialist with Apple Software, and fundraising is my background, it's my passion, and I love to talk to people about it. So what are those fundraising ideas out there? How do I go get that money? Well, again, you want to kind of start with some basics in terms of, what resources do you have available to you in terms of staffing, volunteers, people that are willing to help, other contacts that you might have. So let's just kind of go through a couple ideas, maybe some simple low-level fundraisers, like an event. I mean, the old days it would be like a car wash or something like that. But there's certainly, a lot of, what I would say kind of quick and easy fundraisers. Recently, I saw a cornhole tournament where people paid a registration fee, and they played in this cornhole tournament, and there were whatever money was made that day was given to the charity. So finding some things that where people can be participating in, like a bowling, a bowl-a-thon, a ping pong tournament. Those are, I call them low level, not because they're not valuable, but because they shouldn't take tons of time and effort to put together. So, and then you can kind of work your way up from there. Of course, some of the more, sophisticated and larger fundraisers that are out there that take more man hours are going to be something like, say, a golf tournament, a banquet. Those are very popular. A gala or a black tie. Finding those kinds of things, and then maybe trying to find sort of middle of the ground kinds of things. The really important thing is, again, look at your resources. Who are you connected with? Who are some people in the community that love your nonprofit that have resources to give? Say like a restaurant. A really popular fundraiser is when restaurants will take an evening and they'll give a percentage of the proceeds back to your nonprofit. You get people there, you fill the room. So what you're doing is it's an exchange in value. You're getting people to a business, so you're helping them, and then they have a chance to give back. So that's, another way to kind of look at it. The key with fundraisers, as a whole is your resources and the hours that it's going to take to put those together. So, one way to start off with is depending on the size of your organization, is, again, we're going to start with those resources. Let's say, for example, maybe you're a nonprofit and you've got a pretty good group of volunteers who are really excited about you, but maybe you don't have a lot of seed money to, say, invest up front in a fundraiser. So, for example, if you're going to do a large dinner or a fancy banquet, there's going to be a lot of expenses up front. You have to reserve a hall, you have to put a down payment on something, you have to get a caterer, those kinds of things. So what you want to do is, so you've got this large group of volunteers and maybe you don't have a lot of seed money, let's find something that they can go out and do that maybe doesn't require a lot of that, other than some marketing. So something like, like a jog-a-thon or an event where volunteers are giving back. There's a lot of local organizations that will make a donation to your nonprofit through the work of your volunteers. So looking for things like that. That might be another way. Again, start with your resources and kind of building from there. So some of the fundraisers out there that I've seen and I know of are things like a cornhole tournament, a dance-a-thon, or a dance-off where you get a group of college kids that get sponsors and they do all-night dances. Dinners, especially with restaurants where you invite a group of people in, maybe for, say, a premier wine tasting, and an excellent dinner at an Italian restaurant, and you charge them more than they normally would, or something like that. Anything activity-wise, such as a biking event, a cycling event, a local walk, or they call them 5Ks. Anything dealing with outside activities are also very popular. Also, maybe partnering with existing organizations, like you can do, say, a birthday party at the zoo, or something at a local aquarium, or something in that matter. That could also be a good event. Raffles are really big, very popular. We do a 50-50 raffle, or you raffle off something that somebody in the community maybe has, can donate, such as a car or a house, that kind of thing. Or a 50-50 raffle where people donate, you do the raffle, and then the nonprofit gets 50% of the pot, and then the donor gets the other 50, so they get involved a little bit. Those are also really popular. Another thought in fundraisers is partnering with your local media partners, such as your television stations and radio stations. A lot of those folks will be willing to, maybe they'll do an hour on the air, where they'll, almost like the old phone-a-thon or a telethon kind of deal. Those can be really effective. Again, it's building those relationships with different partners. Food, anything around food is always really helpful. Or finding an event that's big in town where you can collect donations at that event, say like at a local football game, or if you are fortunate to have a professional league in your city, maybe you can partner around an event, or a college team or something like that. Yeah, so over the years, I've probably been a part of 100 different fundraisers of different kinds. I'd love to hear what you guys are doing. What's working for you? I'd love to find out who has the most unique and original fundraising idea out there. Just drop those in the comment section below. Hey, I hope you found this video helpful. We'd love to hear from you. Please use the comment section below. Give us some feedback. Also, you can visit our website at aplos.com. That's aplos.com.